you tell a bit about how you felt about online teaching?
Not so bad, not so good. We are so tired now.
Yeah, I
We have
understand.
all day long lessons, and I don't know. I have headache all day long.
Yeah, I see. I think it's the same with all of them. But did you see any positive point in all this?
Yes, it has its positive sides too. I think we learn most of new technologies to use.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
know.
Thank you. So who else would like to share his experience? Maybe you, Haikui, will tell us a bit about your lessons. You turn on your microphone, please, Haikui. Your microphone is off.
Oh. So I'm like my pupils, so I forgot to turn on my microphone. So I don't like at all. I don't like the lessons at all because I don't think that they are effective. And besides, that is the best way only to spoil our eyes.
Yeah, I
And
see.
children's too.
So you see no positivity in this. Lucina, what about you?
I think that there are some positive sides, as we can use lots of techniques. We can make the lesson interesting. The only negative side is that I don't see the eyes of my pupils. I can't understand if they listen to me, or understand to me or not, because of that connection, awful connection. They are sometimes to switch off their videos, and it's very difficult to see if they understand what I say or not.
Yeah, sure, it will never substitute the
Positive side
face-to-face
also that I
interaction.
can, after our lessons, some lessons, they always send me their videos when they learn the spelling, for example, of the text, and I can listen to them, each of them, very attentively. And there are lots of positive sides that I can't do it during our lesson at school. There is not much, yes, we have not much time to listen to all the pupils. But here I can sit after the end of the day, late hour, and listen to them.
Okay, thank you. At least you have a positivity about it. That's already good. Annie, what about you?
Well, I see many advantages and disadvantages. I would like to talk about advantages. It's that they are at home now and their parents are more careful about their children's education. Yes, and they are even more ready now than they were before during the lessons. And one of the disadvantages is that the unpredictable video quality during the lessons, the connection, yes. But overall, I like this type of teaching, and I think that everyone has learned something new during this period. And this much.
Okay, thank you very much. So by the end of this session, I would like Karinka just to share her screen and put it on the objectives. You will be able to examine the key practical considerations for an online live session and to discuss their implications for your teaching context by sharing your experience. The other thing I would like us to discuss now, so what do you think is an online live session and what it is not? Please think and get ready to bring your examples. So what do you consider to be a live session and what not? So, Lucine. please.
Anjan, can you repeat, please, your
I
question?
think I did.
Sorry, you
Yeah,
didn't hear
you
me.
repeat
Yeah,
the
okay.
question, please.
So what do you think? What is an online live session lesson and what it is not?
I think it will be about new techniques.
Mm, So I will maybe put the question in another words. So what can you do at a live, at an online live lesson, and what you can't do?
We can use different interesting techniques. I think that we can, for example, in our school, we don't have any opportunity of PowerPoint. To see the pupils don't have the opportunity to see the PowerPoint that I have made for them, or to get use of some links or some sites.
So using
In this way,
techniques.
we are in touch. They have wide variety of tactics
Mhm.
now.
Okay, so
They,
Mhm. Sorry.
they learn by themselves. They are more, they search for the information themselves.
Yeah, I see. So it pushes them to thinking, yeah, on their own and
Yes.
finding ways to teaching. Okay, Ani, what do you think can be included in an online live lesson and what cannot be included?
Well, I think that there is nothing special that can be included in during live sessions. Well, I shall think a little
Okay.
bit about this question.
So who wants to share his opinion?
Anijan, during online lessons, we cannot include communication skills because face-to-face meetings is different from online meetings. So everything is okay. Everything is very good to use different platforms, different tools, etc. But we cannot include communication skills, which is very important for me and for everyone, I think.
Yes.
You know, okay.
Thank you.
I wouldn't agree here because I think that online live lessons are just for communication. That's the place where you can have discussions, yeah, and debates with your students. I think it's different from our classroom lessons, and it is not the right maybe platform to explain something or to do grammar. I think this is just on the contrary more for communication. Haikui, what would you say about this?
Well, as for me, it improved communication exactly and speaking English, but obviously it's not good for written works and written English. Well, it can be maybe it can help just people, children, and the teachers to feel free in communication, in improving the language, and it can help people to feel free in front of the screen.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And to communicate face to face. If it's difficult for a person, you can switch the video off and just speak
Really?
fluent and or not so. But the children don't afraid of speaking when they don't see the teacher and they are not in class and they are not in front of the other pupils and their friends. So I think for communication, it's quite good.
Yeah, I agree with you. So you mean speaking skills? But I mean,
Yes, it exactly, it obviously improves speaking skills.
yeah, speaking skills for this kind of communication, of course, it's good one. But I mean social communication skills when pupils or when students um, communicate socially, when they learn, when they develop their social communication skills. So we cannot.
I
Well,
see.
it's a kind of a social communication, but not face to face. Well, in the street or somewhere else. But it is a social. It's a kind of social communication too, I think.
Yeah, it is, of course it is. But anyway, when you are face to face, you see the others' sales, you see the others' feelings, you see, and you,
Maybe you do that emotionally, more emotional.
yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
that is the difference.
Yes.
Satik, would you like to add anything, or Carmen? Your microphone is off, Satik. I can't hear you.
Sorry. Tell the truth, I'm thinking that we are just trying to keep our students fit. That's all. No effectivity in reality.
I see. Carmen, what about you?
I think it's only the way to communicate with each other, but it's very difficult to explain
Explain,
something.
Okay, thank you.
Very bad in this case.
Yeah, exactly. So here now, on your screens, you will see what is an online live lesson and what it is not. So a live session during, it is a live session during which the teacher and students interact with one another, share ideas, discuss, analyze, debate, while seeing each other and listening to one another. So that was what you were talking about. Yeah, it is what improves speaking and communication skills. And what it is not, a live lesson in which the teacher merely teaches the lesson, that is, explains, describes, lectures, and students just listen and follow without interaction. So this is not an online live lesson. So I say that most of you were on the right way, yeah, when defining it. Now I would like, Karinka, if possible, to divide you into groups of 3. Yeah, Karinka, can you hear me? And I would like you to, in your groups, to discuss what, to give 6 recommendations of what you should include in an online live teaching lesson and what you should not include in it.
And
Yeah.
I've lost my breakout rooms.
Sorry?
I've lost my breakout rooms.
Okay, we may do it not in groups, but just in person. I will speak about the recommendations.
The button was here just 5 minutes ago. Now I've lost it. Okay, so we have 7 participants. Would you like Anne to divide them into 2 groups or 3?
Into two groups.
Two groups, okay. So in the first group will be Haikuhi, Lucine, and Satik. In the second room, Anne, Carmen, and Lena.
So the first group should write what they must include in an online lesson, and the second group must agree on what they must not, yeah, include in an online live lesson.
And do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so you have to discuss in this room. Wait a minute, I will. In this room, you have to discuss when teaching online live session. Based on your experience, think of 6 practical recommendations you would like to share with your peers for a successful online live teaching session. Discuss when teaching online live session, you must do what? 6 recommendations. Is everything clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you hear each other?
I think yes.
Yes, everything is okay.
Okay.
Any idea?
Hi there, my friends.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
How are you? Okay, in this group, you have to discuss when teaching online live session, you must not do what? Just 6 recommendations. Based on your experience, think of 6 practical recommendations you would like to share with your peers for a successful online live teaching session. So think of 6 recommendations what you must not do during online live session. Do you hear each other?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now I will get out from this room and we will discuss these points. Think of 6 recommendations. And then after 15 minutes, you will be back to a main room and we'll discuss together, okay?
Okay.
So think of 6 recommendations what you're you must not do during online live session. Okay. Now I'm going to leave you alone.
Վերջացրեցին իրենք գրել։
Չէ, 15 րոպե ենք տվել։
Շատ է, տվել 5 րոպե պետք է 10։
Okay, ես 5 րոպեից հեսա ոչ նոր բացատրեցի, էլ ինչ պետք է անեն։
Իսկ դու նրանց ասեցիր, որ իրենք ամեն մեկը գրեն, որ խմբից մեկը ներկայացնի։
Ահա։ So in 5 minutes I try to
Yeah, to invite them.
back. We have 10 minutes, 9 minutes, 40 seconds. So in 4 minutes we'll be back, and if the session will be disrupted, join again to finish your session, your part, the part of your session.
Հիմա չես կարա երկարացնես, can't you prolong it now? No?
Guys, you have 1 minute left.
Oh,
Please be quick.
Okay, let's write
too much.
written
And then
comprehension.
we'll discuss it together.
Let's think about what shouldn't we include them.
Հիմա ես այն գրուպային ես գուշացնեմ, մի րոպեից հանեմ, լավ։
Մի րոպեից հանում ես, լավ, մի հատ նաուշնիկ հագնեմ, ես հեռախոսով միացեմ։
Okay.
կայացնի։ Լավ, հիմա թող
իրար հետ քննարկվում գրվում է եւ ոնց որ որպես խումբ ներկայանում են, այդպես ասենք այդպես է։
Քանի որ ես նոր եմ, դուք ինձ ուղղություն ցույց տվեք։
Այնպես չի որ մենք հին ենք երկրորդ անգամ։
Guys, you have 1 minute left. Please be quick. And then we'll discuss together.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to close all rooms, okay? And then they will be back.
Okay.
Okay. They will be back in 30 seconds.
Okay, and I have, how many minutes do I have?
Maybe we should interrupt here and join again.
Let them come back. If I have some 6 minutes, I think I will cope.
Let me see.
So Lena, which group were you in?
The second group. Yes, Lena.
The second, what
Yes.
you must not do?
Yes,
Okay.
we are back.
The task was difficult.
yes, it was. Because all of us, we don't like the lesson, so we are against of it, and so that's why it's very difficult to find out the points that are effective for online sessions.
Well, maybe
Maybe
you will find some positivity. So who is going to introduce what must be included in an online session? Who was the person to put down the recommendations from the group?
What mustn't, Ili?
What you must include, yeah, the first group, who will represent your ideas?
May I?
Yeah, please.
We can use, I think during online sessions and during our lesson, we must use plenty of visuals, interactive tools, and learning, apply more learning activities, convey positivity, and be more optimistic, so that students believe in themselves, and they start believing that they will succeed in what they do.
Okay, thank you. And who will tell about the points that you discussed in the group, that what you must not include in an online session? So who will
Yes.
represent that?
Okay.
Mhm. Anybody from the second group?
May I?
Yeah, please.
There is
May.
no must to put pressure on the child during online lessons.
There must be no pressure.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else must not be included during an online live lesson? So as for me,
I think the tests. I think the tests.
the tests, yes, writing materials can
Writing
be,
materials, they are not effective at all, I think.
yeah, for that you can use other platforms. Okay. What about reading? Do you think you should spend that much time on reading during online live lessons?
Well, we were talking about that. We think yes. Our group thinks yes. It's quite effective for phonetics. But before that, it's effective to maybe it's effective to send them the listening lesson.
You are quite right.
The recordings. So after that, you can maybe by reading you can check if if it improved their pronunciation or not, if they read better or not.
Yeah. As for me, with the higher grades, for example, I do not spend time on reading during the live lesson. I assign them to read beforehand, and at the lesson we just discuss and cover it through discussion. But that may not work with the smaller ones.
Smaller ones.
Their things are quite different. Okay. So what else must not be included in an online live lesson? Are there any ideas?
Grammar activities, retelling.
No,
Sorry,
you can use retelling. I think you can use retelling, but well, I always tell my pupils to send them by private messages, so I can hear them and see them when they they stand far enough, and I see them that they do that themselves. So I think it's quite effective, because in maybe not in upper grade, but grade